So today I want to talk to you guys about why I'm no longer keto and why I am done with fad diets. Hi, so my name is Adrienne and I have successfully lost my weight. I have reached my goal weight. I have reached my maintenance weight. I have been at this weight for maybe 3 or 4 months now, but I want to talk to you guys about what that process has been like for me and why I basically decided to get off the fad diet train, as well as talk about my diagnosis. So about a year ago, I really started focusing on my weight loss. I really started just kind of really taking it serious. I got off of the do whatever you want train, eat whatever you want train, because I started to feel disgusting. And I had gained I think I was up to 150. When I gave birth to my son, I was 170. So to be that close to that weight didn't feel right with me. I will tell you, as the year has progressed, I actually did good. I was able to lose the weight. I was able to stay consistent. Keto was amazing. It was perfect. I thought it was perfect. I introduced keto to my family about 2 years ago, and slow integration, we enjoyed it. We loved it, and everybody was happy. I didn't have to make multiple meals most of the time. So it was perfect, right? Well, fast forward to this year, June of this year, June 18th. I go to the doctor. And I don't remember why I went in. I think I went in just for my, a regular annual checkup or something. And so of course they do your vitals and the yada, yada, yada. Well, long story short, they ended up coming back, the paperwork, I didn't even see the paperwork. They sent me 2 or 3 copies of the same thing. And it was kind of alarming. I said, okay, well, let me open this up and look at it. So I opened it up, and y'all, it said that my A1C levels were in the pre-diabetic range. I can't remember what the exact numbers were, but it doesn't even matter. It didn't even matter. The fact that I was in the pre-diabetic range meant that I had literally been diagnosed with pre-diabetes. And I was taken back. To be honest when I got the diagnosis, I felt embarrassed because I'm supposed to be the one that knows the health industry. I'm supposed to be the one that knows how to mix and match and pair and this and that. And I got diagnosed with this. Keto's supposed to reverse things. What the heck happened here? So I'm not lactose intolerant by any means, so I never cut dairy out of my diet. I changed my types of dairy, but I never cut it completely out. I still ate cheese, sour cream, heavy whipping cream was how I made my coffee, low carb wraps or breads or things like that, right? But there was also this teensy-weensy little detail that I have to mention, and that is that ice cream and or cookies are my kryptonite. Both my husband and I'm talking about sweets people, but we both have diabetes and diabetics that run in our family. And so, I don't want to speak for him, but my conviction is very strong because I felt, and that's another reason why I felt embarrassed, because I felt like everything that I had been working toward kind of just got slapped in my face. My whole motive, my why is all because it stems from my family history of diabetes. When I go in, y'all, I go absolutely in. This is my whole thing with the fad diets. I had someone speaking to me a couple years ago about going vegan completely. And I decided not to go vegan because I was well, what about Thanksgiving? What about Christmas? How do you spend the holidays? And he was well, if you sacrifice on the rest of the days, then you can enjoy on these couple of days. But see, what I have learned from the diagnosis to now, one, it doesn't take those kind of restrictions to prove that you're healthy. It doesn't take those kind of restrictions to be or become healthy. It just really takes a strategy of knowing how to eat. Because I haven't been keto in a while, even a little bit probably before that, I haven't been keto, but to know that I had gave my all into the ketogenic diet. I had gave my all into the 1 meal a day lifestyle and trying these different diets and these different habits, and to know that none of them pop positive. Because whenever you get your A1C blood drawn or whatever, they said that it's a 3-month average of what you've been doing. So it's not you did the wrong thing for 2 days and then went to have your blood drawn. No, it's an average of over the last 3 months, how you've been living your life. And so to know that this is a real diagnosis that I have to now live with, I move differently. I got the diagnosis and I was absolutely floored. I think I was like speechless for a couple of days. I'm like, I was so much better off whenever I didn't have these options in here before we got to, do you just say all this stuff to yourself, and you might even say it to your spouse, but it don't help nothing. It doesn't change anything because you can't change another person. So I realized that, not that I was in this by myself, but that no one is the captain of this ship but me. No one. Once I realized that, I literally got on the scale last week after about 3 months, and I realized that I'm the exact same weight as I was over the summer. That means that, and I haven't been on any strict diet. The only thing that I've consistently done is maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, I did do the 75 hard challenge, which I'll talk about in a whole separate video. So it helped me to consistently eliminate bad habits. But other than that, I fell off a couple times, I didn't do it consistently. So even with that, I can tell now the difference in how I feel after I eat certain foods, right? When I eat clean, when I eat regular, when I eat foods that are real, made from real products, that have real ingredients on the back of the label, I can tell a difference, a major difference, as opposed to when I deviate a little bit, when I take shortcuts here and there, I can also tell. So what am I doing now? Like I said, I'm just basically eating clean, and I'm learning how to read labels a lot more clearly. I used to think that I needed to know all those ingredient, calcium sorbate and benzoate and all this stuff that's in the labels. I used to think that I needed to know those things. But the truth is, those are chemicals. Those are chemicals. If it doesn't say salt, if it doesn't say human, if it doesn't say celery, if you can't read it, if you can't understand it, then guess what? Neither can your body. I follow this Instagram account that I will link below, and she has helped me so much to be able to identify the foods, just to be able to help with, just learning the labels, learn how to read the labels. And so I'll link her information down below. So I've just been eating clean. I haven't been on any strict diet other than just eliminating the dirty foods, the processed foods, stuff like that. But even with that, I can tell whenever I eat something that I shouldn't eat. You just kind of learn to listen to your body. I had to free myself from the perfect ideology of what a health person or health coach is supposed to look like. With some answers, just doesn't mean that I have all the answers. My person is the person that has never worked out before. I've been working out for 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. I have history of what it takes to be where I'm at. Now, working past this or working through this is a whole nother separate thing of this, but it doesn't disqualify me from being able to talk to other people about where they are in the beginning stages of their fitness, their health, and their wellness and weight loss journeys. So I had to free myself in my mind of the ideology that I have to be perfect. And I also didn't want to wait until the very end of this journey or of this healing process to talk to you guys about where I'm at, or talk to you guys about what was and what is no more. No, I want you guys to see the transparent me. I want you guys to see me go through, okay? I want you to see me go through. And so no one wants to be held to a level of perfection, but we hold ourselves to that level of perfection. So listen, shame only lives in the dark. You can't hold me hostage because, I put it out there, right? I put it out there. I wanted this to be super, super candid. I wanted this to be just free flowing. I don't want all my videos to feel performed. Sometimes just turn the camera on, sit in front of it, and just talk. I wanted to let you guys know that I have officially let go of fad diets. They didn't work for me, right? And that's okay. It's okay. I'm still learning for sure, and I'm eager to help other people, but I can still help people get to where I'm at in my health journey, where I've gotten and what I've gone through. So last week I actually walked 2 miles a day, and if you want to see what those stats were like and how I was able to actually include my child in my routine, my workout routine for the week, then go ahead and click on this video here. If not, then I'll see you guys next time.